Hello. All right. So that's game two. Here's game one. Burn. Woo. Um. Yeah, I rolled the high. Opponent rolled a one. So I know it looks kind of weird, but I figured I'd keep it because I got three blue sword producing lands. I have turn one disruption because I have Darkslick Shores, and that'll give me information what to name with the needle. In decks where in games where needle doesn't work well, Witchbane Orb does seem to work well, and I do have half the lock. So I'm like, yeah, this will work out, and it does end up working out well. So I go for the turn one discard, and I see this hand. So I choose the bolt because that is the most mana effective, I guess is the term. Mana efficient. An opponent top decks a guide. Pretty good top deck, but still, I'm still doing it right. I reveal the stirrings. It's fine. Go ahead and stirrings. Try to get what I can, and I get a bridge here. The other choice was to try to go for a land or a bauble maybe, but bridge will shut off about everything that Witchbane Orb won't. And I'm not worried about getting my fourth land because between guide and shredder, I should be able to. If there's not a land on top, I can shredder myself to get it. So bunches of damage. There was not a land on top, so I milled it. End up drawing an opal. So now I can play the bridge, and then just play the needle so that the guide cannot attack. And I name Arid Mesa just to throw off their fetches. There's not much else to name. Take my 3, go to 10. Opponent can't really do anything. They don't play the burn spells yet. Play the Witchbane Orb. They Helix me in response. And that's game, basically. Like, they could try to get an Eidolon going, but yeah, it's probably not going to happen. So, they concede. So, game 2. Let's see, what did I side in? Deck lower. All right. Sided in my 3 ley lines. And I believe I sided in 1 welding jar. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and I sided in Collect Brutality, 5. I sided out my needles, 1, 2. I sided out my Grafdigger's Cage, I believe, 3. And then 2 Thoughtseizes, 4, 5. No land hand, but I keep it because I do have Leyline. I'm on the draw, and I have 2 baubles. So chances are my next 1, 2, 3 cards, however many cards, 4 cards. I just need a land, really. And it almost doesn't even matter what color, and I'll be okay. So, yeah. There's not a land on top. That is an opal, so that's going to turn on, and that's going to be turned on immediately thanks to my baubles. So my line here is I stirrings, try to get another land, use that second land, or use that land, second mana source, for either an Inquisition or a Lantern, depending on what source it is. It is a Shores, so I go for the Inquisition, make sure they don't have an Eidolon. They don't, so the only big threat I got to worry about here is Swiftspear, because the other is already cut off by a Leyline. So I go ahead and take the Swiftspear. Get a land in my hand from that guide trigger. I naturally draw into a bridge. I am playing 4 again. Now, here, if I play a bridge, I still just take 2 damage. So I figured it might be better just to get Lantern and then Brutality this guy and see if they're going to draw an Eidolon at any point. If they do draw an Eidolon, then I can shuffle it away and still draw with the baubles. There is not an Eidolon on top. I have the bell on top and Brutality that guide, so I'm going to be at 16 damage comfortably with a bridge. And the opponent concedes. So they could try to shuffle to get an Eidolon, but it's still not going to be enough because I'm such high life.